So Euro 2020 starts today on the 11th of June, and I'm going to show you all of my predictions throughout the tournament, starting with Group A. So for Group A, I've got Italy top, then Switzerland, then Wales, then Turkey. So for me, I think Italy just have a better overall squad than everyone else, is why they're going to finish top. And you know, for the rest of the teams in the group, it could go either way. So my choice of Switzerland at the top, then Wales and Turkey could literally be the other way around completely. It's kind of a coin flip at this point because all these teams are such similar in skill level, especially in Group A. So for Group B, I have Belgium top, Denmark, Finland, and Russia. So, yeah, of course, there's going to be a clear winner here in Belgium. Their team is one of the strongest in the world. I think they're currently ranked #1 before we go into the Euros. And Denmark at second as well. I mean, I just don't really think Finland and Russia will be able to compete with them, especially against Belgium. I reckon Denmark might get a draw against Belgium, but I don't think any of the other teams are strong enough for that. So, once again, Finland and Russia could be interchangeable. They're both similar ability, and I don't think either of them are going to get very far in this tournament. Russia could, you know, easily drop out, like I've said. 4th place in their group. So for Group C, Netherlands and Austria are definitely my favorites going into this, especially considering the rest of the teams in the group. Ukraine and North Macedonia. Yeah, I just don't see either of those teams doing anything. You know, I don't even see North Macedonia doing an underdog story like Greece in 2004. I just don't think they have a strong enough side for that, really. Even with Van Dijk and Van der Beek injured, I reckon Netherlands can play up top, especially seeing Austria play against England recently. You know, England didn't play well, but they only managed just to scrape a 1-0 win. I don't see that Austria team doing better than the Netherlands in this tournament anyway. So for Group D, we have England top, Croatia, Scotland, and Czech Republic. So England on top, of course. You know, the English team that we've got is very, very strong, I'd say. It's only our defense which is a bit iffy, but even then it's still pretty good. You know, our attacking force should bring us through this tournament. Croatia second, you know, they've definitely got just as strong a team as us, but, you know, I've got to go England first, so that's why Croatia's down in second. Then Scotland and Czech Republic kind of go either way once again. People are saying that Scotland is going to get carried by Andy Robertson. Don't really see how that's going to work. He's literally a left back, I think. Left back, yeah. And, like, just not going to work, so I don't think they're going to do particularly well. Czech Republic as well, I just don't see them doing much. They don't have much talent in their team, from what I've seen anyway. I could be wrong. So, Group E. Even with Ramos out, I reckon they'll top their group, especially considering Sweden don't have Ibrahimovic, and Slovakia it's just Slovakia, to be honest. Like, they have never been amazing. Poland as well, Lewandowski, I reckon, could pull into second place, you know. He's broke the Bundesliga goal record this season. Like, that's an incredible feat for a striker, and I reckon with the momentum of that, he's going to be able to... I reckon he's going to be second top goal scorer of this tournament behind Kane, so... yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. So Group F is by far the most interesting group in the tournament. France, Portugal, Germany, all in one group. This is going to be great fun to watch. So France is by far the best team in the tournament. It's great around team, you know, like they won the World Cup in 2018, and I reckon with that momentum, they should be able to get pretty far in the tournament, maybe even win it. But, you know, we'll see that later. But Portugal as well, winning Euro 2016, they are incredible. The team has such talent, you know, their defense is just awesome as well as their attack. You know, Ronaldo's aging a bit, but there are so many other names in there. Diego Jota, Bernardo Silva, João Felix. Their team is just packed with talent all over the place. So yeah, Germany third. They did recently lose to North Macedonia, but, you know, we'll have to see what happens. Anything could happen at these Euros. Even Hungary could get first place. I very highly doubt it. That's why they're fourth. But yeah, you know, looking back at Hungary, I don't think they're going to get a single point in this, especially they are in by far the hardest group. Portugal, Germany, France, you're not getting any sympathy from these teams. Like, yeah, their goal difference is going to be like -20, to be honest. So, moving on to the best third places. This was pretty easy given my choices. You know, of course, Wales and Germany are definitely going to make it, because they are just, out of these teams, they are just far better. But then Scotland and Sweden, I definitely think are better than Finland and Ukraine. I just don't see Finland and Ukraine doing much. Scotland is, you know, I mean, what can I really say? This is third place teams, you know. So, moving on to the round of 16. So, Belgium versus Sweden. Of course, we have a clear winner here. The ranked #1 team versus Sweden. You know, this is going to be a clear walkover, I reckon. And I don't see Belgium struggling in this game at all. Once again, Italy, Austria. Italy is one of the top teams in the world, and then Austria don't really have many standout players, you know. Alaba, that's kind of it. And even then, like, one man can't carry an entire team. So yeah, I reckon Italy should breeze past them as well. And yeah, So France versus Wales should be a very easy match for France, but we'll have to see. Maybe Bale will score another bicycle or something. We'll see. Croatia, Poland. Once again, I reckon Croatia have a much more rounded team than Poland. You know, Poland's main selling point is their strike force. So I reckon Croatia will just get the edge on Poland on this one and go through. So Spain, Scotland. Once again, I reckon this is pretty self-explanatory. Spain should go through even without Ramos, you know, captain. But yeah, unless Scotland do a underdog story, but I very highly doubt it, to be honest. You know, Spain should definitely take this match in their stride and just get ready for the quarterfinals. So England-Portugal is once again going to be an incredibly tough match if it goes ahead. Portugal, I reckon, has a much more stronger team than we do, yeah, especially in the defense. Their defense is actually insane. Ours is not. We choose like 4 right backs and we still have a pretty bad defense, I'd say. But yeah, I gotta back England though. I'm sorry, I gotta back England because, you know, football, I reckon, is coming home this summer. Yeah, it'll be a very close game if this goes ahead. Of course, we're going to support England all the way, but, you know, Portugal definitely have a better team, so I reckon they could go pretty far on this tournament. But, you know, gotta back England. Football's coming home. So Netherlands, Germany. I reckon Germany will take this, to be honest, because, you know, Netherlands have Van Dijk injured and Van der Beek injured as well, who are both not coming to the Euros, and those are some of their main 2 players. Van Dijk being one of the best defenders in the world, and Van der Beek, yeah, came from Ajax, he's to Man United, very, very promising as well, but the Netherlands will struggle, definitely against Germany. So Switzerland versus Denmark, once again, neither team is one of the top in the world, so but they're both very similar, I'd argue, so it could be it's basically a coin toss, so who goes through. So yeah, it's 50-50, we'll see which way it goes. So the quarterfinals. Belgium versus Italy. Once again, Belgium, #1 ranked team in the world. You know, I reckon they could get past Italy. But yeah, once again, as we go further and further into the tournament, these matches are going to get super close, even closer than they were before. And yeah, but I reckon Belgium could take this over Italy. Both sides are such an incredible attacking force, but, you know, I have to go with Belgium on this one. France versus Croatia. The last 3 times they've played each other, France has beaten them 3 times in a row. I reckon this match will go straight in France's favour, just like the 2018 World Cup. England versus Spain. Once again, I'm backing England on this one, you know. Hopefully we can get to the finals, win the tournament as well. But yeah, once again, this could go either way. Spain is definitely weaker now. Ramos is not playing. I reckon England could take this one for sure. If England versus Spain does go ahead, the amount of young talent on the pitch is just incredible. I'm very excited for the coming years of both international teams. It'll be very, very interesting to say the least. So Germany versus Denmark should be a walkover for Germany. They're just a lot stronger than Denmark all around in general, to be honest. Like, there's not really much else to say. I'm just waffling at this point, but yeah, they should win this matchup. So Belgium versus France in the semi-finals. Well, if it goes ahead, once again, another great game. Will be super, super close, but I reckon France will take it here, especially considering their incredible World Cup performance. Both teams are incredibly strong, Belgium being the #1, like I've said many times. Could go either way, another coin toss result, really. England versus Germany. With the England team we got, you know, I reckon it's the best team since the golden generation, and, you know, of course, I reckon we are a lot stronger than Germany at this point in time. So if this goes ahead, then I reckon we can meet France in the final, you know. So the final, England versus France. So the longer-awaited final, England versus France. And this is the first time, if we make it to the final, that England would have been in a final of international football since 1966, over 50 years since we won the World Cup. You know, of course, I'm hoping for England to win, you know, bring football home. But, you know, France do have an incredibly strong side. And if this does happen, we're going to struggle. Honestly, we're going to definitely struggle, I reckon. But yeah, I'm back in England on this one. We have to win something eventually. And I reckon this year is going to be the year, to be honest. If not, 2022 World Cup. Well, just have to hope. So those were my 2020 Euro predictions, and if you reckon I've completely messed them up, let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. See you guys.